everybody, I'm Adriana, this is Lyra, and that's Hazel. So a lot has changed since the last time we made a video. Yes, Lyra's older, she's 2 now. Last time you seen her, she was barely even a year. Actually a lot has changed since the last time you seen us. So we used to live in a hotel in our last video that I posted. There's a whole story that goes with that. It's a little hard to tell. Then we moved out of there. We're back in our original hometown where Hazel was born. And we live in a beautiful little home. I run a home daycare. So, and yeah, so these two share a room now. We're actually filming down in our playroom. One of these days when the house isn't so chaotic, we will do a house tour for you. I just wanted to come on and make a quick video talking about something fun that we just did recently. And don't mind Lyra, she's a little upset because she was playing in the water in the bathroom, but I told her no more, and so she's upset about it. She also has chocolate on her face from a cookie. And Hazel's playing with the tooth in her mouth because she's got a loose tooth coming. Don't get that close. Some people don't like that, sweetheart.
Okay.
I will put down here, warning, full face of teeth in a moment. Moo is walking in front of the camera like she usually does when she's near a camera because, you know, cats. So, something fun we just did that I will hopefully include some pictures, videos, because we got a few along the way for our journey. What did we do for our vacation? Because we just had a vacation 2 weeks ago. What did we do?
We went to Wonderland. We stayed at a hotel for 3 days, and we went to Wonderland. We went to the Space Center and go to our favorite huge mall, and that had Legoland. And we thought it was just a store, but actually it was real Legoland. It was just 2 rides.
Yeah. So we left July 4th for a vacation. We were supposed to only leave on July 5th, but we surprised the girls and we went a day early. We stayed at in Vaughan. We went to Vaughan. And we stayed at Homewood Suites. That's the only hotel we ever stay at with the girls because we absolutely love them. I will put in some pictures.
You like that tea? Is it yummy? It's yummy? Yeah. Hi, Lyra. Lyra. Boing, ba boing, ba boing.
Daddy, that's the other part of this picture.
Oh, neat. Oh, yeah. Cool. Oh, wow.
Hey, what are you doing? Oh, yeah, dancing okay on the bed? This tea tastes good.
Good.
Of us there. We've only been staying at Homewoods with Hazel since she was like a little baby. They have beautiful rooms. Originally, because Vaughn's a little more expensive than the other places we've stayed. Originally we were supposed to have a room that had 2 a big king bed and a pull-out couch. We liking the pull-out couch for the girls because it has the arms from the couch to keep them from rolling off, and we can build it up and move it around as we see fit. To make sure the girls are safe and secure, because this one likes to roll off the bed. This one does not know how to sleep still. So, and to say something about Homewoods is that they have a pool. Some locations have a pool and hot tub. They have, I think it's called continental breakfast or complimentary breakfast, depending where you are. Free Wi-Fi, free parking. And what we absolutely love about it is that they're so welcoming and accommodating. The room we originally booked was a bed, like a king size bed with a pull-out couch. And each room has a kitchenette, so we knew we were getting that. But when we got into the room, we went out, had some fun. We came back and we went to go make supper. And we found a pot that still had rice in it. It had mold. My husband and I went down to the front desk and we were like, okay, so this is what we found in our room. We didn't accuse the staff of being negligent or anything, because it could have been so much as a guest put it up in the top cupboard in the like wooden pantry and just put it in the back. Most housekeeping won't think, oh, I should check that to make sure it's clean, because they're going to assume if it's in the cupboard then it's probably clean. The guests hardly ever cook in the room. Well, one of the guests before us did, because there was rice left in this pot with some mold. We brought it to the hotel's attention. We thought we just have to be out of the room for a little bit so they could clean. No, they upgraded us to a different room, which is the room we like to get, which has a bedroom and a living room, plus the bathroom and a little kitchenette. So it looks like almost a mini apartment. The girls sleep in the pull-out couch in the little living room area, and that's where all their... she's a hoot, yes. They both are. We like it because in the little living room they have everything they need. They have a TV, they have places for their toys. Their own little space. And then mom and dad have all the important stuff that we can lock up in the bathroom off the bedroom. Like laptop, medication, scissors, like all that stuff. And then they have access to the snacks and fridge and stuff in the kitchenette. We absolutely love the breakfast because it's always so healthy, it's filling. They are always so accommodating. But yeah, we got a free upgrade to the room. It was great. We loved it. And our room actually happened to be next to the pool, which she absolutely loved.
Me?
Yeah, show me.
Underwater?
No, just in the water. You're doing so good, Hazel.
That was scary. But that's how I do it.
Yeah.
Now, first day in Vaughan, we ended up going to Vaughan Mills Mall, which we are from a small a town 2 hours south, I believe, of Toronto. And the biggest mall we have is nothing compared to Vaughan Mills. There's 35 more stores in Vaughan Mills than the biggest mall that we have. And the square footage is huge. Now, we went to this mall thinking, oh, it'll be fun, it'll be cute, we'll walk around. We found so many cool things. Like a Bass, I think it's called Bass Pro Shop. We went in, Hazel loved all the animal displays and stuff. Lyra didn't, she's a little afraid of that. Hazel also seen a fish tank filled with natural fish that you'd find in the rivers. Then we we went to A&W for lunch at the food court because we know that's something the whole family loves. Afterwards, though, these two we found a cotton candy vending machine. You go up, you choose what flavor you want, and it gave them cotton candy bigger than both of their heads combined.
Hi, Lyra.
As I said, I will try to include videos and photos of everything we've done within the video. I will be editing this, so I will be including videos and photos where I can. Because we decided we were going to take as many photos and videos as we could, but also we weren't going to live on our phones. We wanted to enjoy our family time. So we went, had our cotton candy and our dessert, walked down the mall, see what there was. There was a lot of like fancy stores. So you went, our town doesn't have fancy stores. Our town doesn't have that type of money. Like we seen a Crocs store. We seen, what was it? Oh, we seen Lauderdale. For some reason, I can't think of the name. I'm a mom that runs a daycare. I have no brain sometimes. Like we seen Puma and Nike and all these other amazing stores. So we're walking through. We find the Lego store. We heard they had a Lego store. Now this Lego store was cool. They had displays and everything. We walk in and we've seen a weird sign behind them. We go up, admission. Oh, we have to pay to come into the store? No, you have to pay to go into Legoland. We found out this Lego store had a Legoland, which if you have little ones and you're in this store, oh my gosh, it is a definite, it's worth your money because it's Legoland with 2 rides. There's one where you can go drive through on this ride and you interact with it by shooting targets and you save a princess. Lyra's 2. She's 36 inches and she was allowed on the ride. So that's a good thing for you. This one I absolutely loved it. Then we went in and we found Merlin's wizard training, which you had to pedal for this little bike to go up and down. Lyra, back up, sweetheart.
And then we went. It was super high up.
There is.
I'm not scared.
And there's an indoor jungle gym for the kids to play on. Like they had 2 slides and like little pathways. They had a toddler zone with foam Lego bricks, which Lyra absolutely loved. And something really cool was that they had a kiosk where they were handing out the Lego Dots bracelets. Now we have seen these in Walmart and they're like $7 for a bracelet and a few pieces of Lego. These girls got a whole bunch of Lego and a bracelet for free. They were just handing them out. And they have a little cafe in there. Also they have like a little mini Legoland. They have a movie. Stamp collections. It was really cool. It was really fun and interactive and we loved being there with the kids. These guys had a blast. And I've recommended it to some of my families because I know there's a little guy in my care who absolutely loves Lego. So we went home, we had supper, went in the pool for a bit. Then we decided to go back to the mall because there was some stores we just didn't have a chance to check out yet. We decided we needed to get snacks for our movie night in the hotel. So we went to Colonel's Popcorn Store, which Hazel's had Colonel's Popcorn before, but it was sold through her school, which, yes, this girl is in school now. She is 5 and in school.
But the size of 7.
Yes, she's very tall for her age.
And then when I turn 6, I get to go to grade 1.
Yes, she does a grade 1 in September. But yeah, we went back to the mall and they got, at her school they sell Colonel's Popcorn snacks for like $2. Hazel, I'm trying to talk, please.
Okay.
They sell Colonel's Popcorn for like $2, which is kind of like a fundraiser throughout the school year. And Hazel ended up picking out Super Kid Popcorn, which is candy flavored popcorn. Lyra got the dill pickle popcorn, which she absolutely loves because we have dill pickle seasoning for our popcorn at home. And after we bought that, we found something called DR Reality. And we've never heard of DR Reality before. Like, we know what VR reality is, like virtual reality. And we found out that this place it had virtual reality helmets so you could walk around and everything, like little zones that were safe, like padded wall stuff, so if you walk into a wall, you're fine. But they also had these pods. And it was $5 per rider. So Hazel and I got 2 tickets. We went in. She picked the most thrill, like the highest thrill level video that we had to do. We got in these pods, and it was kind of like a 4D experience where the pod moved you with the motion of this video. She picked out a roller coaster where we were being chased by a helicopter and shot at through a dystopian city. So we're going up and down all over. And I swear, like, because they have screaming in it, like you'd be on an actual roller coaster without people screaming. I had to take the headset off for a minute because I thought she was screaming. No, she's sitting there, big smile on her face. So I'm telling her dad all about this, my husband, and he decides, okay, I've got to try it with her. So they picked the second biggest thrill. And he's just like, whoa, okay. So this helps me to realize I can't go on any of the rides at Canada's Wonderland or I'm going to get sick. So we absolutely had a blast. And we knew that from her doing that virtual roller coaster that she'd be perfectly fine going on some of the roller coasters at Canada's Wonderland. So we had to call an early night because we were getting up really early to make sure we got to Canada's Wonderland and got situated. We got there at 10 o'clock because that's when the park opens. We spent our night at the hotel. We watched Bad Guys, you know, with the one with the wolf and the snake, and it's kind of like a George Clooney Ocean's 11 type thing where they turn good guys from bad guys. So we went to bed early, woke up early, had breakfast, made sure we were all set and packed up the van and the stroller, get to Canada's Wonderland, get our spot. Getting in was actually very quick. The only thing I will say is that the entering, they should have a little wider spot for where strollers and wagons come through, because we weren't allowed to enter through the past the kiosk because my husband had to verify it was him because we bought our tickets online. We got into the park after all that. The girls got situated. We got sunscreen on. They had a line that we had to go in so Hazel could get a bracelet so she could skip the whole measurement, see if she can go on the ride type thing. 48 inches. She was 48 inches when we were at the park. So that meant she got to go on a lot of the bigger thrill rides that most little kids can't. There was only one ride she did not like. It was the Bat. It's that one that it goes like twisted, flips, and goes and does everything backwards too. We didn't realize the velocity of it that would jostle her around a lot. She tried to keep her head back and sit the way they told her to, but she just didn't have the muscle to do that. So she unfortunately hit her head against the seat and it hurt. She was not afraid of it. I will say that. She was not afraid of the ride. She was more upset that she got hurt because it did jostle you quite a bit. Like, it was a lot for me as well. I had never been on the ride prior to that, so I didn't know firsthand. And I seen other kids going on and laughing and everything. So I thought, okay, maybe she'll be fine. We now know it won't, not to do that with her again. She went on Ghoster Coaster. She went on like a bunch of different roller coasters while we were there. She loved the water park within Canada's Wonderland. The one, I think our favorite ride is Wonder Mountain, the Guardian of Wonder Mountain, that ride. It's inside the mountain, right? And you go on the tracks, you are shooting VR, getting points and stuff. And the one thing everyone was talking about was this drop. There was a drop in the ride. And we were like, okay, well maybe it's just because it's a roller coaster, right? And there's a drop like that, and they make it so you don't see it coming. And I explained it to her that way because I play Rainbow Friends on Roblox. And in chapter 2, at the end, there's a part on the carts where orange is like this, and like you see cyan before you do a drop. Well, that's what I thought, and I explained it to her that way. I was so wrong. For anybody going to Canada's Wonderland, you go on this ride and they tell you about a drop within the mountain. It is not a slope. No, it is the floor gives way and you drop. Like Haunted Mansion or Scream Hotel, something like that from Disney. That the drop, yeah, that's what they're talking about. That floor drops right after you get attacked by a dragon. Lyra, you need to be able to see.
It's so fun.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. Lyra had fun going on some jet. She went on a bunch of rides with her daddy and her sister. Now, you go to Canada's Wonderland, I will advise you, especially if you bring your kids, get the souvenir drink and pass, because that means every 15 minutes you get a free refill on your drink. That saved us so much with these two. And also, I would suggest the Fun Day Bundle, because you get admission, parking, and you get the dine all day. So every 90 minutes you get to have food paid for. And when we went, it was humid, like it was really hot. Like it wasn't so much the sun, it was just the air was hot. We were in a heat wave. We didn't plan on that. We were told it was going to rain that day. So that's when we planned it. And while we were there, these two did not want to eat. So that pass fed my whole family all day. Except for ice cream. We bought ice cream a lot. And we didn't play any of the games because we decided that we were going to buy them and stuff at the souvenir shops on the way out. Hazel and Lyra both got Snoopy's with Canada Wonderland sweaters. Hazel got a Snoopy's hat. Lyra got a Snoopy's water bottle. And Hazel and Lyra also picked out a magnet, which is like a snow globe type thing, which is really cool. Lyra. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I will say that, personally, I want to get a wagon that's also a stroller. Not just for the girls, but because I also run a daycare. But if I had the wagon stroller, it would have been a lot easier at Canada's Wonderland, because then we could have had more shade for the girls, clipped on some fan stuff to keep them cool, because Lyra didn't handle the heat too well that day, and no buildings at Canada's Wonderland had any air conditioning, so that was the only downfall. was that we couldn't escape the heat. Even when you were at the water park, you couldn't really escape the heat because there's too many people. And the lineups were so long. Like, I have a blister on my foot from the heat, from walking out without shoes on. But we did have fun regardless. Now, we ended up going home. Well, not home. Back to the hotel. And deciding, okay, we need supper. We're not from Vaughan, and the closest restaurant that we found was a very, very fancy restaurant. The wait staff that we had met was amazing. They were kind, not judgy. Even though I showed up in pajamas, like looking like I was in pajamas, the girls, like Hazel was in half bathing suit. Lyra was a fussy little mess. We showed up not looking the best for a fancy restaurant. This is like you dressed to the nines, like your business dinner type things, anniversary type restaurant. It was a beautiful place, beautiful menu. But there's nothing the kids would have eaten, and it was really expensive. We apologized to the waitstaff for wasting their time. The only thing we had gotten at that point was a little glass of water because it was so hot. Lyra. And we apologized to the waitstaff for bringing out a baby chair for the baby and all that stuff. They were very accommodating and understanding. We ended up driving around the Vaughan Mills Mall and finding Pickle Barrel. We've never been there before. 10 out of 10, we'll recommend Pickle Barrel. Yeah, that restaurant we went to where you had the pasta and you had that milkshake, and your sister had the mock Shirley Temple. Yeah, I would recommend the Pickle Barrel, especially if you have kids, because they have this bowl that has blueberries and fresh veggies and rice in it. Perfect for little picky eaters like my little one here. She just picked at it. She loved it. And they have for dessert, instead of just all this, Lyra, instead of all this junk food for dessert, they have fresh market fruit. And we got that to go, and the girls had that with their oatmeal the next morning, with blueberries and strawberries, and they loved it. So we went home after eating at the Pickle Barrel, did our routine. Lyra fell asleep, no problem. And then the next day, we decided we were going to have an extra day in Toronto, and we were going to go to the Science Museum.
Keep going, Hazel. Almost there.
So we made the trek all the way to the Science Museum, and I love that place. Hazel loved that place. We didn't stay long because they had a lot of day camps there, and the older kids were in the younger kids areas, and they were very, very rowdy. Hazel got knocked. Like, one of the kids was really rude to Hazel, which kind of soured the mood. So we went home early from that. Like, not home, but to the hotel. But we spent most of the day in the pool. So from that trip, Lyra has a puddle jumper now, because Hazel had one. But yeah, that was our trip. We came home safe and sound, and we had a nice 1 week off from work, both my husband and I. Hazel's been having fun being home for the summer. Lyra's used to having her sister around 24/7. So we don't know how she's going to be when school starts up again, but we'll manage. But that has been what we've been up to last month. Kids. If there's anything you guys want to know about us or anything, please put in the comment section below. Give this video a thumbs up. Please subscribe. Let us know how you're doing. We want to know. Hazel, what is the question you want to give to our peoples?
We are gonna do one on YouTube, and you're gonna love it.
That's not a question, sweetheart. That's a statement. What is something you want to know about them?
I'm having a good day every day, and having a fun day, and having the funnest day ever.
Here's a question that you guys will be able to answer. Do you know where Snoopy is from? If so, who is your favorite character? Mine is Woodstock. I've always liked Woodstock. And these two happen to like Snoopy. So thank you guys. We love you. Thank you. God bless. And we will see you next time.